Another key thing, if I recall, was this isn't just event data. This was metric-based data showing transactional statistics per merchant ID or per customer. You're also talking about a flow rate of transaction level details from your custom application that, quite frankly, was pretty darn significant, if I recall.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive number when you consider every transaction is being monitored from the time it hits the system to the information the system knows about it and the reply back. And also we expanded the system and went into tying the data network back into this. So basically connection monitoring to some of our customers to know which transactions were there, what rate of flow we had on each of the connections, because what we wanted to be able to do was do trend-based analysis, forecast issues on the wire year to year by looking at volume. If the volume's a little bit off, that means, some part of our network in some region of the U.S. might be down. So, you got 100 Home Depot stores in Alabama not getting to us. We had a big plan for this, and that ended up being the part of the RFP process that blew a lot of vendors out. Nobody wanted to deal with that data flow. Nobody wanted to write a custom interface. And a lot of them were very skeptical about dealing with that data flow.
So if I summarize what I think I heard, one is Monolith did not come in like the other traditional, big four vendors and say it's a rip and replace strategy. I think what I heard was leverage what you have, and we'll go ahead and take the feeds from it. We'll go ahead and build and integrate this custom feed to your in-house application. So somewhere along the line, you got some confidence that we actually could deliver upon what those unique requirements are. We didn't require you to do that rip and replace strategy. We could handle your custom feed. Can you discuss our ability to actually execute upon those requirements that you had after you awarded the business to Monolith?
That part of it was actually pretty straightforward. We had some reps assigned to us, very solid technology guys. They spent a lot of time in our building, worked with my development team, both on the infrastructure side and on the application side, got to know the guys. A lot of whiteboard sessions with what the app's going to do, because a lot of this work on the Monolith side was happening while my guys were still writing the app. The app wasn't even running yet. So we did a lot of whiteboard sessions, planned this thing out. Your guys were an integral part of the team, worked very well with the team. As far as I'm concerned, they were an expansion of my development team, and the whole thing developed well. Like I said, there's no way we could have delivered the app without what we had from those guys. There's just no way, because it was crucial to testing. We were able to build what I call an instrumentation package, given my background with NASA. You instrument things and you simulate things long before you fly them or take them out in production. And that's what I wanted to do with this environment. I built the same model. So we built our production infrastructure, version 1, hooked Monolith up to this thing, and started running the app and running simulations over long periods of time. And it was what we used. It was our dashboard. It was what we used to instrument. So at the same time, we were expanding and maturing the dashboarding of the solution from you guys as we were maturing our application, as we were maturing our system. We probably went through about 3 different infrastructure deployments, constructs, before we found out what worked and what didn't. And this thing was central to all of that. And at the end of it, as the system matured and the environment stabilized, the dashboarding matured, then we started even rolling in our data center guys early on in some of those simulations so they could see the environment run and become very familiar with how Monolith works and what it's telling them and how to operate the system. So by the time we went to production, it wasn't strange to them. They knew what the data center environment was going to look like supporting the new system. And we also went ahead and took some of the older technology that's out there, a lot of the old stop light monitoring solutions, and built an integrated dashboard to sort of capture all of those in one big screen, so the guys didn't have 10 to 20 different screens for all these different business servers to flip through. We just sort of did that as an aside to sort of bring everything into one sort of dashboarding set, and it worked very well.
So Daryl, I want to thank you for your time today. The reason I want to chat with you further about this is most of our customers are monitoring the traditional network infrastructure, servers, etc. what I think is compelling and unique about your organization is the fact that you actually had to do something completely custom to your environment that no off-the-shelf software in the world could do. And for that, we had a great success working together. I want to thank you for your time, and I appreciate everything you've done.
All right. Thanks, guys.